Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's great. I hope it's fantastic. We got a little bit of snow. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I like snow. And judging by yesterday's video, there's a lot of dads here, which I kind of knew. I expected. I can see the analytics through Google that tells me that the vast majority of my viewers are over 30 male. So a lot of dad-aged people. People who identify with the type of stuff that I talk about, which is dad stuff. So thank you, everybody who stopped by. The thing that really makes it special to do a video like that, when I do a video about books, I get book people stopping in and saying things about books. When I do a video about shop stuff, I get shop people stopping in and doing stuff. When I do a video just about life, I get a whole range of people who have a whole bunch of different perspectives, and I really enjoy that. So I like having those open discussions because I think it's something that's important to talk about. I think it's something that men specifically have a difficult time talking about. For some reason, it's kind of something that we just don't do. We don't talk about difficulties of being a dad or difficulties of being a man because it's not difficult. You just suck it up, and that's bullshit. Straight up. It's not easy. But I definitely grew up the way that I was raised, or the generation that I come from. The man is the foundation, is the rock. I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to be the one who is stable and secure. And so there are definitely times when you just kind of shut it all down, put a mask on, and say, I'm just going to be the strong one in this particular situation. And while that's a good leadership skill, like it's in a leadership situation, if things go foobar, somebody needs to kind of take charge, and if that person is also freaking out, it's a problem. So it's a good leadership skill to have, but it's also it's not okay to pretend like dads or just men in general aren't allowed to be hurt, aren't allowed to be confused or self-conscious. All of those things are also applied to men, and it's important to talk about. It's a very important subject because I think there's a lot of people that I've met in my life who are men who are just going through motions because that's what's expected of them. They're not living their best life because they're afraid to talk about what's bothering them. They're afraid to open up about their wants and needs because that makes them appear weak. And I think that's a societal thing. I think that it's some undue pressure that makes it difficult. I happen to have a very supportive partner who has seen me cry many times, and has seen me break down, has seen me lose my cool, has seen me really struggle with basic stuff, and I'm super thankful for that because I don't want to hide behind the shell of manhood or whatever it is. I don't want to put on a mask and pretend to be okay when I'm not. So thank everybody who stopped in. One of the comments that I wanted to kind of touch on came from somebody who, I'm not positive I know who it is, but I think I know who it is. Went to high school with me and said something about me joining the Marines right after high school and how that has changed me fundamentally, meaning that it has taken away all of my empathy. And while it's true to a certain degree, I am very capable of standing up straight, putting on the confidence skin and pretending to be okay. But I'm also extremely empathetic. I am the guy that cries at romance movies. I have a whole lot of personal empathy for anybody. I don't watch jackass because it makes me cringe and it makes me hurt for those people. You know, I have a whole lot of empathy. The problem is that I don't have any empathy for myself. I only have empathy for other people. I judge myself way harsher than I judge other people, and I take my actions out on myself significantly more than I would anybody else. You know, like I punish myself way more than I've ever punished my children. You know, like that's just kind of me. So yes, I think that the Marine Corps gave me the ability to veil my empathy, and I can wear that mask and hide for a while, but it didn't take it away completely. It did, however, instill in me a sense of a very almost, I don't want to say sickening, that's not the correct word. It instilled in me a bit of pride that means it's very difficult for me to, when I'm wrong, when I do something wrong or when I say something wrong, I take it really hard, right? And unfortunately, sometimes I project that onto the people around me, and I can be very brittle. That's, what the hell is that? That's not a word. Brittle in those situations emotionally, and that's not good. And that's something I've been working on. So, anyway, I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks everybody who stopped by and saw the video yesterday and wanted to leave a comment and tell me that, you know, their perspective, or that they appreciate just hearing about it because it's something that we don't talk about, or offering advice. I appreciate all of those things. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is eidetic. It is an adjective meaning a visual imagery that is nearly photographic in detail. We are displeased with the Howlands' recent art purchase because the so-called artist harkens back to the tired old school of eidetic representation. Eidetic. E-I-D-E-T-I-C. That's also like eidetic memory, right? Where you can remember things extremely clearly.